بگو میشنوی صدامو در به در رفتم دیدم دنیا رو ای کاش میفهمیدی حرفامو
Hello, you guys. So I'm just getting my things together here. We're gonna do some swatching. I'm gonna show you how to use a really cool swatch book. Those are some great tunes off of AVA Live Radio. That is my radio show. And personally, have to select all those tracks. So if you're listening to the radio, go and check out the show. I try to play it, especially on the night streams here, as I'm doing painting and stuff whenever I can. So appreciate your support over there. avaliveradio.com is where you will hear it. And those are all independent artists. So pretty cool. I'll play some more for you in just a second as we get going here. I'm just going to show you how to use a new swatch book that I just recently received. And it is really, really cool. These are Schmincke Watercolor. There is a great sale going on Jackson's right now. So perfect time for you guys to pick out some cool watercolors. Let me give you a quick view of the sale. So if you use my affiliate link, by the way, I would really appreciate it because that's how we support the giveaways. So going over to Jackson's watercolor paint, you can see that there are a lot of cool things on sale, especially Schmincke. So Schmincke is like, instead of $8.26 a pan, you're getting it for $5.81 a pan. And depending on where you are, I mean, I think that is US dollars. It's just a really, really good set of watercolor. There's also super granulation colors. I actually just updated my super granulation sets and I ordered a couple, the ones that I love in the super granulation sets. And I went over this in another video, but I'll just quickly tell you again. There are sets here that have like wood box sets. And if you buy one of the wood box set, you'll get like the full watercolors, the full tubes, which make a lot of colors. So for instance, one of my favorite sets is the Tundra set. It is just beautiful. And you'll get the 15 ml tubes of the Tundra set and this box that you can turn into a watercolor palette. So if you get one box and then you go through the sets and then order the smaller sets of 5 ml. So say you pick up the Galaxy, which I just recently ordered again because I love it so much. This is only $20 right now. It's a really good deal. You get 3 5 mls. So you can fill your own pans, and even 5 mls are great because they'll fill multiple half pans, or like I think it's 2.5 full pans, maybe even 3. So you get a lot more watercolor for buying that way, and you get 3 tubes. So that's less than $10 a tube, which is like dollars per pan, right? So if you want to stock up on granulating watercolor, I highly recommend the deep sea colors, which are just gorgeous, so pretty. Like I said, the Galaxy colors, amazing. There's a set of 3 that I really love. I also love the Shire, so pretty. The glacier colors really stand out and have some gorgeous effects in them. And the other one that I like is, I said deep sea, right? Deep sea, tundra, galaxy, glacier, and forest. Those are my favorite. Now, of course, they do have an urban set that is really beautiful as well with some really interesting colors. There is one granulating yellow in these sets, and I think it's found probably in that urban set, it looks like, and it's also found in the volcano set as well as the desert set. So that granulating yellow is hard to re-wet, but it works. So you just have to put a little water in the pan if you're going to make pans out of it. Otherwise, if you use it directly out of the tube, there is not a problem. It is pretty amazing though. I have to say it's really beautiful and such a great thing to use in mixes because you never see a yellow that is granulating. As far as Schmincke, there's also a dot card available, which I just showed you as we came in. Oops, not pulling up. But you can get the dot card, or you can buy these by the color. So like Tundra Blue is available in a half pans. But again, if you look at the price, it's $9.18 for a half pan. Remember that half pans, they take weeks to prepare. So they are pretty, there's a lot of watercolor in them, but you can get a 5 ml tube right now for $7.37 and make your own pans. You'll get multiple pans. So I would definitely do that, or take advantage of the 15 ml on some of these colors like Tundra Blue, Tundra Pink, Galaxy Pink, Deep Sea Blue, Deep Sea Violet. I love those blues. And that Tundra Pink, can I just say that one more time? It's so beautiful. Forest Blue is gorgeous. Shire Blue is another gorgeous blue. If you like earth tones, Tundra Orange is highly recommended. That's why I said get the Tundra set in the wood box. You won't be disappointed with any of the Tundras. They're all really pretty. And you get like, oops, sorry, you get a pink, a violet, a blue, and a green. I just really love these sets. These are the best by far. Even the haze is really pretty too. The haze has some like really interesting things going on in it. Okay, it's really hard to decide. You won't go wrong. Let's just put it that way. These are the most brilliant and light fast and most gorgeous blends that I have seen in granulating watercolor. So when you can get them on sale, just scoop them up. That's my best advice to you. You will be so happy for it because they're very pricey. So this is a good time. Another good deal that you should look at that I know you guys ask me about all the time is my Roman Schmal wood box set. That is actually on sale for under $200, which is a tremendous deal for that set. It is such a lovely watercolor set to enjoy. We also have the Billy Shoal Sennelier sets in the tins that are on sale, and those are great too. Here's that wood box set that I have by Roman Schmal, one of my favorite wood box sets. It is a really well-made, beautiful box that you will keep forever, and it has a mixing palette in it, which I actually filled with additional watercolor just by putting some metal pieces in there, or you can even just use sticky tack to put extra pans in. But this set itself comes with everything you need for florals or landscapes. It's got pure pigments and granulating colors. They are a high granulating color set. So if you like textures and you like special effects, this is the set for you. And at under $200, it is such a great deal. Really great deal. And you'll have that pan, you'll have that wood box set to fill with your watercolors from this point forward. It's a nice studio size, you know, not too big, not too small. So one of the other things that I was mentioning to you just now was the Billy Shoal, the Sennelier tins. I actually have inserts that I'm designing for these tins because I think they're so great. I love my tins, and they're really, they don't seem to, they're coated, so they take water well. So what I do is I put pans in them. I take this little foam piece out and I fill these really big 10 ml tubes into pans. I mix colors and create new pans of colors. And then I have like a really great set. And I'm making wells to fit in these tins. So you will be able to get wells soon for the tins, as well as a mixing palette that all goes into the tin. I think it's going to be really cute. So I would recommend getting this set of the Sennelier paint because this one comes with 6 colors and they're all beautiful. And get the other one because they're on sale. So you're talking about a $45 set for $26. You get them both and you have a full set of watercolor that you can mix really well. It layers well. It is beautiful. It is very much like Mission Gold, you know, but it has a few more bells and whistles, but it does act a lot like Mission Gold. It is in the like really watered down version, you get those beautiful kind of like light pastels that you can build up with every layer, and literally you can layer these things 10 times. Okay, so those are some of my highlights for what's going on the sale. Let's get back to it, shall we? I'll show you what I'm doing with this swatch book. So I have this swatch book linked up in my affiliate store. So I have a studio affiliate store on Amazon with all of my favorite watercolor supplies, and I update it with the best prices that I can find on Amazon US. So I found this and I love it. It actually has amazingly good watercolor paper. It's very smooth paper, and it doesn't have any texture. So you can actually use it for all of your swatches, no matter what, you know, whether it be gouache or whatever. But to use it, there isn't really an instruction to use it. And one of my artists had asked me if I'd show them how to use it. Okay, so on the cover, it shows you like different ways that they have done the swatches. So you can do traditional swatches, you can do gradiated swatches, which go from the darkest color where the mass tone is. That line shows you the transparency to the lightest tone of the color. You can also do granulation to show the granulation. You can do texture. You can swatch any way you want. You can even mix the color. So like say I put a blue and a yellow and then the center would be green. That would also be a great way to fill these in. So as you can see, they have a clear like frosted sheet, which is great because it protects the watercolor. Then they have these pages already designed for you. They take watercolor amazingly well. What you're looking at here is my Mission Gold set, which I can layer 10 times. So literally from here to here, there's like 10 different layers in there. But the lightest wash takes really well on this sheet, and the darkest wash takes really well. Now, as these layers went on, there was no pilling or anything. And for this paper, I don't know what it's made out of. It's definitely, I don't think it's 100% cotton, but let's just say they've done a great job. Oh, it is 100% cotton. It just feels like it's wood pulp or something, but whatever they've done to it, it's terrific for a smooth watercolor paper. I've really never had a smooth one. It could be hot press maybe. I know that Paul Rubens has a hot press sketchbook that I like very much. And actually, it might be that paper. This is the hot press sketchbook. Yeah, that's what it feels like. It is this paper. It's just like it, really. And I love it. It's so much fun to paint in. You do have to build up the colors on hot press, but it's very smooth, which is what hot press is about. And you can layer, and it takes a beating, really, this one. It's a good one. But I think that that's what they've used, a similar paper. So I could be wrong, but let's just say, leave it at that. It works. I was able to swatch on the back as well. You do have to ink your own backs, right? Because it's not printed front and back. It should be, because you can totally use the back. So what I did to save pages, because I really wanted to put a lot here, and it does have this nice little thing in between. It's like a frosted vellum sheet. Then I just filled it in front and back so I can just keep adding my colors. I'm working on Sennelier in here, Winsor Newton, my Schmincke right now. You can see the difference, major difference between Schmincke Watercolor and the Mission Gold. Mission Gold are actually brighter. They are more like an ink, but they're not an ink at all. They're real watercolors, and they are gorgeous. They really, really are. So if you like really big brights and bold color, you would want to go with Mission Gold. If you want more traditional watercolor with a lot of like granulating effects plus transparency, then you would go with Schmincke. Schmincke is like, I would say, the gold standard, right? It's like the top of the line in watercolor. And then for me, everything else sits below it. Schmincke is my top one. I love my Mission Gold though. I mean, literally right now, my Mission Gold, because of the quality of this watercolor, it still sits at number 2, even though I don't know that it should, but I think it should because I just love these colors and it's so much fun to paint with. So to me, it lobbies for number one, but technically it sits at number two just because Schmincke exists and Schmincke is so great. And for like professional range, I think that this has more of that professional range, mixing like the creamies, the granulation, and it's a more balanced range where Mission Gold is all one kind of range. It's just flat, bright watercolor that's really bold. It doesn't travel at all, so it's easy for beginners. This one has a little more travel. It's a little more advanced for beginners, but you won't outgrow it either. Keep that in mind. And there's a ton of granulating colors and beautiful, beautiful different shifts that you can use. I will be doing Daniel Smith. Daniel Smith is good. There are some colors, but there have been some really big disappointments in Daniel Smith lately. So I haven't really done a lot of investing in the brand. I just have what I have. And I don't think I will be buying a lot more of Daniel Smith at this point because we have found out that through the Primatic line, which is supposed to be like, you know, the big time expensive line, they actually used regular watercolor to brighten and didn't tell anybody. So that has been a big thing of discussion. The transparency from the brand itself, they just haven't really been that honest. So a lot of us aren't really using Daniel Smith as much, and I'm just basically using up the colors I have. Aside from the fact that they did have a really nice range of colors, to be honest, it's all over the place as far as quality. You know, like when I go through like my Daniel Smith, you're going to get a lot of everything. Like some are really so washed out and then some are more brilliant. But if you look at the brilliance between something like this and even something like Schmincke, way more brilliant on the behalf of Schmincke and more consistent. And there's no fading. Some of these are actually not light fast colors either. And they don't do independent testing. They only say, because we said so. But then independent tests have shown that a lot of these are not as light fast as they claim. And they're not like Sleeping Beauty turquoise, for instance, is not just turquoise. It's actually got just a regular watercolor mixed in as a brightener. So they haven't really been transparent. And I don't think, other than some of the effects, which I can get in Roman Schmal, it's already been released in the Schmincke granulating. So you can get them in other colors and have an honest brand represented there, you know? So it's really important because you want to know what's in the paint. Core, I just actually got a huge set of core. So I will be filling all of these in. And I do love this watercolor. You can see it's also very brilliant. It layers really nicely, but it will run away with you. And it does have that like boom, you know, like it takes over a page. And we'll play with that later. M-gram, I do love M-gram. And my M-gram has been a work in progress. So I have been swatching Schmincke and M-gram like crazy, just kind of comparing the two. So these are all the Schminckes right there. And these are the M-grams. So look at how beautiful and brilliant I was able to get this one set of M-gram to produce. So more M-gram coming. I do like that. And it's working its way up the list for me. I just have to do some more tests and some more painting challenges and stuff with it. Okay, so I'm going to throw on some music for just a little bit as we work our way through some more of these Schmincke swatches. So you can listen to some great new tracks that just came out, and hopefully you will support those artists with me because they really do need your help and support all the time. And that's why I'm always trying to encourage people to listen to new music because it is really wonderful, you know? So I've got some good tracks. Let's put those on and I'm going to swatch away. It's good to see you guys. Ask me any questions in the comments. And if you want links to get any of these great sales or deals or anything, just ask and I will provide. It's also linked up in the description box. So you have it. All right, let's get to work.
You make me believe in fiction. I can't shake these visions. What should be impossible is possible. Unrealistic and unbelievable. Don't wanna miss it. Don't wanna let this go. Unrealistic and unbelievable. Don't wanna miss it. Feels like magic. getting real, unrealistic. Gotta live for the moment, if we don't, we gon' miss it when it's gone. Ain't no getting it back. Yeah, I know we did you wrong, but baby, this isn't that. Matching the energy is magical, she couldn't believe it. She wanna know how, but a magician will never tell a secret, man, it's simple. I'm telling you, we recognize real, no wonder you look familiar. It's magic. Oh, baby, 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 it's magic. It's magic. Control. Deep down, know you feel it in your soul. I'll go get the ride, girl. Come meet me up outside, baby. Catch me and we'll fly up. First night, met you out with friends, just grabbing drinks. Green eyes, matching shirt, brunette, pretty young thing. And I'll admit, I had no plan for what I was saying. Fast forward a little bit, next thing you know, you playing. I should've guessed a girl like you just loves to chase. I'll bring you down to earth, baby, put you in your place. Not like the rest could give a fuck about what I say. Then I see that smile creeping up over your face. So, girl, I give it to you. Got control. Deep down, know you feel it in your soul. I'll go get the ride, girl. Come meet me up outside, baby. Catch me and we'll fly up. Wait. Fuck that plan and shit talking today. There's just one thing more need you to say. Know how hard you try, girl. You smile with your eyes, so hop in and we can fly away. We just friends, fucking casually. But I don't know, feels more than friends to me. And now she's talking exclusivity. What's up with that? Thought we just fuck and be. Said we keepin' simple, now you messing up my vibe shit. Oh no, catching feels, though, man, why all you girls like this? Now it's just a shit show, heads a mess, but she don't mind it. Said we keepin' simple, wait, did I say it already? Mind shit, vibe shit, why all you girls like this? You wanna be single, see a text and then you mad tick. Mad shit, bad shit, okay I may like this. Who the fuck I'm frontin', you the one I wanna be with. So, girl I give it to you. Got control. Deep down know you feel it in your soul. I'll go get the ride, girl, come meet me up outside, baby, catch me and we'll fly up. Wait, fuck that plan and shit talking today. There's just one thing more need you to say. Know how hard you try, girl, you smile with your eyes, so hop in and we can fly away. We just friends, fucking casually. But I don't know, feels more than friends to me. And now she's talking exclusivity. But what's with that, thought we just fucking be. We were friends, fucking casually. But I don't know, felt more than friends to me. And now she's talking
Fire. Yeah, sexy, come right up on a jet ski. Naughty, cause if up on a 40. Liar, know what you desire. Fire, that body like Mariah. Baby girl, I wanna see you do it for me. Waste no time, baby, come and put it on me. And the bills paying, girl, it's on me. You just gotta tell me where it's gonna be. Yeah, fit body tight as you like. Big cocky energy, longer than your knife. And I bring a car so full of vibes. Put me off to close the hotel for the night. Cause you know what happens after the party. After party, hotel lobby. Rock your body, baby, you're so bad, you know. You could probably make me blow up back. And now move your body, let me see you dance. Wind up, you got me hypnotized in a trance. Go check my stats, check the fires in advance. For a long time, I've been the fast man in the dance. Sexy, can ride up on a jet ski. Naughty, can sip up on a 14. Liar, know what you desire. Fire, body like Mariah. Baby girl, I wanna see you do it for me. Waste no time, baby, come and put it on me. And the bills paying, girl, it's on me. You just gotta tell me where it's gonna be. Yeah.
Sexy girl, come caress me. She wet like she riding on a jet skis, yeah. Yeah, she got me in my eyes, when I grip on my eyes, tell her baby never lie, you know. a killer vibe on to the next thing. West Cal can know, where's my time? I got money on my mind. I got money on my mind, I'm on a grind until it all soon shine. Recline now, she wanna slip and slide. Rewind, baby, spin it one more time.
Sexy, come right up on a jet ski. Naughty, cause it pop on the phone. Liar, never your desire. Fire, that body like Mariah. Baby girl, I wanna see you do it for me. Waste no time, baby, come and put it on me. And the bill's paying, girl, it's on me. You just gotta tell me when it's gonna be, yeah.
Baby on the mix.
Fire.
Like to be great, this is what it feels like to be great.
I said, yeah.
This is what it feels like.
Never heard me cry about not seeing what I deserve or getting jerked. Plenty work kept me rising to the top like Kenny Burke. In the studio, laying no punch takes. Remember back when funky drummer was my only lunch breaks. Used to try and not take a breath for too long. I was rhyming over impeach the president when my nephew was born. When dwelling in the zeitgeist, I was left to do wrong. And now for the right price, I can chef you a song. Getting on with my ineffable charm and concepts that's Teflon. Used to think that I would never belong. The average person would have stopped, I kept on. Now you know it's about to bubble when everybody's saying you slept on. About to get a rap game insomnia. My success couldn't be any timelier. We got supporters all the way in Crimea saying sign me up. R&B chicks in my DM talking about tie me up.
This is what it feels like to be great. This is what it feels like to be great. This is what it feels like to be great. This is what it feels like G.O.D. in real life, in real time. The ill mind still spill dimes, feel the wind chime. Pen rhymes, niggas been blind since Prince died. Sunshine, please give sight to the young mind. Tongue-tied, trying to spit rhymes to the one time. Right after that one crime, now you doing time. Foolish kind, losing your mind, choosing the lime over the true light. Unjew like we Hebrew type Israelites. In real life and will write visions of Christ into a 16-bar verse, Chris in the mic. Words giving them life, birth niggas to life, church niggas for life, perverse niggas be like. Convert me so that women I'm feeling will serve me like James Worthy on his third ring, the earth's kings. The dirt can't hurt me, my job won't work me, my heart gon' burn free. This is what it feels like to be great. This is what it feels like to be great. This is what it feels like to be great. This is what it feels like. You know AP, Bob, but you know KD, yeah, ball now you know me, 100p from the 3, dropped you the flick and this bitch bite me, yeah, R.I.P., I was in 10th grade moving out beats, lost in the trench on the drugs only, yeah, what you know about me, yeah, nothing, not at all, head spinning, what the fuck is going on, yeah, I've been in a fog, yeah, don't say you love me, I'm a fall, yeah, I'm a trip, yeah, I got sauce and he ain't got shit, yeah, you should get like this, drop 10 jams on the yachts all hits, throwing out bands in the air on strips, yeah, got hands, got fists, yeah, you can catch if you talk that shit, fade this bitch with a flick of the stick, yeah, I'ma flip my shit, I need a smoke, I need to get high.
So to answer your question, I don't have a ton of experience with Da Vinci watercolors. I have watched a lot of tutorials and talked to a lot of people about them. I decided not to go with them because I like M. Graham, and that is also an American brand. I did start to collect quite a bit of Daniel Smith. I mean, until I started having trouble with it. And I kind of fell in love at first with the color range, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. There's some neat colors there, you know? So like I have these ones left, which is quite a few. But like I said, I have found these colors in everything, with the exception of a couple. I do love my Aussie Red Gold. It's a mix. It's not a, a 100% pigment, but it's still really, really nice. I like that. And I also like my nickel azo yellow. However, with that being said, I have found those colors through another company that I like so much more. And that actually is Roman Schmal, which is why I recommended that wood box set. So the nickel azo is definitely this quin gold hue. It is beautiful, and I love painting with it. I even love it so much more. And then I mix in they also have a nickel azo, a PY150. So that is also a lovely color. They have a great sap green. So like a lot of the things that I found, especially in the reds are insane. And so the reds in Roman Schmal way outbeat the reds and pinks in Daniel Smith. I love the way they re-wet. I love the way that they just paint. I just get these beautiful moody shades with these colors. So I've been really, really happy with Roman Schmal, to the point where I just built out my set and I have a bunch of colors, and I have a video about it. So you can go and take a look at those colors for yourself. But again, that's a Polish brand. It's not an American brand. So I would say Mgram would not disappoint. They're very, very vivid. And I really liked how vivid they were. So I did buy more colors, and I have them coming. So you'll be able to see those and see all of my Mgram swatches together. As far as are they better than Mission Gold? I think Mission Gold's a very exciting watercolor to paint with. So if you only want to buy, if you want to be a brand loyalist, then I would say Mgram is the best one and the most accessible one in the US and all over the world if you wanted to buy American. I like those. I do not like Winsor & Newton because they sold to a Chinese company, and a lot of their stuff has been manufactured in China, and it has completely changed. So I am not painting with, I'm just using up what I have left of my old my old Winsor & Newton, and I will not purchase any of the new ones because the dot cards and everything are just not the same. They're not the same at all. Yes, Roman Schmal is my next purchase. Been drilling. Oh God, I can't even tell you. You know what? Listen, that set is on sale right now for under $200. It is such a steal, and you will not regret it. Not only is this box like insane, but because it's a really heavy box. The only boxes I've had that I like as much are the ones by Schmincke, because Schmincke makes a great box, But this box is just so good quality. And these colors are just so much fun to paint with. They really are. I am wholeheartedly telling you, you will not be disappointed in this set or any of the colors I've bought. I haven't even been disappointed in one of the colors. They're all good. And that's unusual for me. I'm very selective, very picky, Another wood box that is just a beautiful box that my watercolor students have been buying for around $200 as well is the Schmincke box. I have the really big one, but it is a little bit large for a studio table. So they make this beautiful wood box in a smaller version and also in this size. This was the one that came with, I actually got their acrylics as well. So it has like acrylics in here, but I just put the pans and the rails. You can actually, not these ones, but the shorter ones all fit in here. So you can put rails in there, or you can just lay the watercolor in with some magnets, just like I did here. So what you would do is you would take those little magnet sheets and lay them in, and then you put magnets on the bottom of your pans, and then you can just lay them in just like we do with the tins. But beautiful wood box sets. Now there is a wood box set with the rails already in it and pans. So that is on sale right now too. So you can get it with already a ton of pans and watercolor at a great steal of a deal. But lovely, right? So nice. So those are my thoughts. I have thought about getting, pulling in some more Da Vinci. The ones that I had just didn't overwhelm me. They really didn't. So I know that they're a great watercolor company. It's just for me, I really love this, and I really love like what I showed you earlier with the M-gram. I mean, look at the depth of color. See? So to me, these are very, very equal. And I haven't even swatched all the colors. This is actually only 5 colors mixed together. This is 10 colors mixed together. So the M-gram is equal to it, but the M-gram is a lot more honey-based, so they don't dry. Schmincke dries and is easier to take with you and easier to palette. So M-gram, you get the better deal in the tubes, but you have to be very careful with the tubes and pouring the pans. Pour them like a quarter of a way first and just wait till they dry. Just really wait. And like smooth them down and get them, like maybe just pour this much and really smooth it in there with a brush. Let it dry and then add another layer and just keep letting it shrink until your pan fills up just, like a little bit more, and then add more. I made the mistake of pouring my M-grams this big, and literally every time I touch them, I sink my fingers in them, and I've had it everywhere because it's just a very sticky watercolor. But man, is it ever beautiful to paint with. It is so worth it. So once you do pour the pans or put them in your palette, you don't need a lot. Just put a little bit at a time and you'll be good. And you will love these colors. So did order more of those for sure. So right now I'm basically Schmincke, Sennelier, Roman Schmal, M-gram. Those are my top, and Mission Gold. Those are my top watercolors. I also ordered Core because Core has been exciting me. I mean, literally, I have some Core watercolors. Like these are the Mission Gold. And these are the Core right here. So these ones that I've tried so far, I got 2 sets of them and I love them. The colors are gorgeous, but like I did say earlier, they run away from you. So this is by Golden. It's a product by Golden. I did order the large set, so I have that coming for my birthday so that I can swatch it all out and go crazy. Let me see what else I have in here. So this is my Mary Blue from Italy. Liked it a lot. Wasn't impressed enough with this to order more. What I have left of Daniel Smith is over here. As you can see, these are like literally hard as rocks. So here's the problem with most of my Daniel Smith is I bought the really expensive fancy colors, and you see how they sit literally and they come right out. So like you have to be really crafty in getting these into pans, and then you have to seriously re-wet them. And I just can't even get the bumps and stuff out of them. So next time when I refill, I'm going to have to like really work it in there. And then here's another thing I noticed is they all shrink. And that kind of makes me nuts. Like, look at that. They shrink completely. Like they just, and like none of the other watercolors I have do that. So that means that, the binders and stuff, I don't know, they're not that good because they just shrink right down. I don't find that that's a fun thing to do with watercolor. These are even really, really pretty too. There's so much good color out there. It really is. But those are my top. Okay, so let's put the music back. I'm just going to do these and then we'll take a break and I'll be back later to do more.
When I smoke, I don't listen, baby, talk a lot. Feel like you wanna fuck with me, like what the fuck? Is it love, I don't need it. But you to me, this how we leaving. And when I smoke, she don't like it cause I smoke a lot. Well, baby, I got pain to stop, it's not enough. But help me shut it down, yeah, I could need it. Smile at me, but deep down, you deceiving me.
Tired of the same things, made a change, had to level up. I made a change and leveled up. Trapped at the bottom, but I broke the cage and I leveled up. Broke the cage and leveled up. Down for the count, but I bounced back and I leveled up. Bounce back on them, had to bounce back on them. Life had me on stuck, I won up with a level up. Won up with a level up. The young kid went and broke the cage on him. In the driver's seat and now I'm switching lanes on him. Hit the gas, watch your hater get mad. Talking like you got a problem, but I promise, nigga, you don't want it. I done leveled up. You ain't need see it. Took my own advice, your opinion isn't needed. Wanna step up to the plate, boy, you better stay seated. If I lose friends chasing this money so big, don't show no love or no sympathy for weak niggas. Focus on myself, I know I gotta eat, nigga. I'ma do a show, sweep the floor every week, nigga. Bossed up and now I got 'em bound at my feet, nigga. Under no circumstance, never would I settle. Headed for the title, I ain't stopping nothing till I get the medal. Buy some real estate and I'ma get my mama out the ghetto. Don't even speak my name if you can't even reach my level. Tired of the same things, made a change, had to level up. I made a change and leveled up. Trapped at the bottom, but I broke the cage and I leveled up. Broke the cage and leveled up. Down for the count, but I bounced back and I leveled up. Bounce back on them, had to bounce back on them. Life had me on stuck, I won up with a level up. Won up with a level up. Life had me on stuck, I leveled up with the work, lunatic with the words. Been a minute since birth. Hit the studio more times than I go to church. Still talk to God every day, know what I deserve. Word to me, I'm feeling blessed up. Made power moves till I feel it ain't enough. Ride for my side, dead nigga test us. At the finish line and you so busy playing catch up. Slow down. And your feelings, are you acting like a hoe now? I'm at the pearly gates about it, not a dough down. Elevated while you replicate the same sound. Through stones at my cage, I broke out with 100 rounds. Daddy told me get it, only way I know it. Everybody fake, I put them in their place and I expose it. I'm the man's son, like a Samsung, I just exploded. You've been praying for my downfall, tell me how it's gone. I'm on a new level. Trying to put me in chains, but my blade sharp as bevel. Like promise, I never will settle. Nothing less than the crown, talking down, hit the ground, stomp you out and go give me my shovel. Have you laying 6 feet, see you lie through your teeth. I come back and haunt you in your sleep. What you think that I'm playing? I don't give a fuck. I just leveled up. Tired of the same things, made a change, had to level up. I made a change and leveled up. Trapped at the bottom, but I broke the cage and I leveled up. Broke the cage and leveled up. Down for the count, but I bounced back and I leveled up. Bounce back on them, had to bounce back on them. Life had me on stuck, I won up with a level up. Won up with a level up.
is a place in the sky. I think heaven is a state of mind. I think heaven is a state of mind. I'm in heaven 'cause I made it mine.
Yeah, I think it's easy to be so complacent about it. If we could ever be free, then why behave around it? If no one's questioning me, then why be anxious about it? If I'm just a number, then why am I counting on it? I think it's 'cause deep down, there's a longing for it. A silence beneath the sounds, yeah, I'm falling for it. I try to find it every morning before I start the day. Then it don't matter what happened after I meditate. I took the tab of acid twice during my college days. First trip had me thinking I was God like Hercules. I was on the pinnacle of truth, that's right. Had me feeling there was nothing left to do. I cried 'cause I was suffering from heartbreak. Blamed on myself, the self-hate. My thoughts are nothing like it is today. Yeah, I gave my power away, gave my power away.
They say heaven is a place in the sky. I think heaven is a state of mind. I think heaven is a state of mind. I'm in heaven 'cause I made it mine. They say heaven is a place in the sky. I think heaven is a state of mind. I think heaven is a state of mind. I'm in heaven 'cause I made it mine.
My second trip was nothing like the first though. I was chasing after a memory curse, whoa. Flashbacks to some trauma I had in the past. Like watching my dog get hit by cars going fast. I was only 11 at the time. Seeing death and pain in the darkest shade of life. Had to death another romance that left me broken. Made me see the suffering is more state of mind. But I was suicidal for a very long time. Even made attempts to taking my own life. Wonder what you did while opening my third eye. Couldn't sleep that night. Kept seeing mama cry. I was suffering from heartbreak. Blame it on myself, the self-hate. My thoughts are nothing like it is today. Yeah, I gave my silence away, my silence away.
They say heaven is a place in the sky. I think heaven is a state of mind. I think heaven is a state of mind. I'm in heaven 'cause I made it mine. They say heaven is a place in the sky. I think heaven is a state of mind. I think heaven is a state of mind. I'm in heaven 'cause I made it mine.
Haunted by the voices in my head, hearing mama cry, some of my friends dead. Fear of a future I didn't want to face. My attachments to life had me running away. Then I realized this life isn't really mine. At least now my ego's gotta let him die. I guess that's how it is in the afterlife. In life is death, and death is life. Can this be a lesson of self-reflection? What if right here, right now, we can get to heaven? It seems far-fetched, you're right, don't even listen. But I chose freedom the day I suffered my blessings. A question I heard piqued my interest. Do you experience suffering or suffer your experience? That was something I heard from a guru, and it's so with me immediate. If we have to die to get to heaven, what if that right there is the connection? Now I've heard so many holy words make sense to me. A calling from within, how it speaks to me.
They say heaven is a place in the sky. I think heaven is a state of mind. I think heaven is a state of mind. I'm in heaven 'cause I made it mine. They say heaven is a place in the sky. I think heaven is a state of mind. I think heaven is a state of mind. I'm in heaven 'cause I made it mine.